Hello, one, two, three, and welcome to the free SEO show. My name is Josh Brzezinski. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do Parasite SEO with artificial intelligence. AI has really changed the SEO game, and it's quite interesting to see how you can use AI to very quickly find the niches you want to build in, very quickly get the keywords you need for your own page, which is very important, and how you can use that on any kind of page, including Parasite page, which I'm going to talk about today. Before I get to that, let me do a long-standing segment on the show. Is Josh broadcasting to YouTube correctly? So let me go here to YouTube and see. Yes, I am broadcasting to YouTube correctly. Excellent. So if you are watching live, by all means, ask any questions in the chat. There's nobody here, so I'll take these off. I don't need them. So make sure to ask any questions in the chat when you're watching live. When do we go live, you ask? What a great question. We go live 11 a.m. Tuesdays at Pacific time. You can watch live, ask any SEO questions you want. We'll give you our best advice that we can in the confines of the show. You can also ask any questions below the description, in the comments as well. Finally, the rest of the housekeeping, make sure to like and subscribe, kick the bell, smack the monkey, whatever you need to do to make sure you're told when we go live so you can ask the questions. For this particular show, we're giving 30% discount coupons on our piece of software I'll be showing you today, SEO Co-pilot. That's 30% off. That could be as much as $3,000 back in your pocket at the end of the year on one of the higher tier subscriptions. So you can save a huge amount of money and you can make a huge amount of SEO very, very quickly and very, very efficiently at a very high quality level I'm going to be showing you today. So make sure to subscribe, like, and then say in the chat, hey, I love your show, or you can email me that information and I will send you the discount code as well. Okay, so let's get right to it. So what is Parasite SEO? Parasite SEO has been around since the dawn of time, since time immemorial. It's called Parasite SEO because effectively, it sounds negative, but it's really not. Because effectively, you use another website. You use a different website, a bigger website than yours to build some content, and then you basically parasite that page on the bigger site. So, people have used all kinds of large blogs, large news sites in the past. This is different than private blog networks or just kind of like site posting or Web 2.0 site posting. Because Web 2.0 site posting historically in the past really is more along the lines of a small site that you're kind of building from scratch, and same with a PBN, a private blog network. Or these are kind of news sites that don't really are trying to, they're not really trying to rank on the largesse of the Parasite site that you're trying to rank on. So they're not really the same. They're similar in really tactically speaking, practically speaking, they're exactly the same. You're making a site or a page and you're posting content on it and trying to rank it. That's what it is, right? When it comes down to it. But really for Parasite SEO, the idea is that you're really trying to bank on the largesse of that particular site. The largesse, the domain authority, some people call it, although DA is not a major ranking factor. We do know from the leaked API documentation from Google that it is a ranking factor. There is a homepage rank or domain rank. It's real. It doesn't really work the way that Moz tracks DA, but that's not the point, really. It is a real thing, which we can talk about. I've talked about on past shows. Make sure you check out our past shows on the free SEO show. I've had many names for this show over the last 15 years, longer than that, 15 years, 14 years about. 13, 14 years, yeah. And I've been doing SEO for 25 years. But I haven't had a YouTube show. I've had a YouTube show since around 2010, 2011. So we've talked a lot about a lot of different things, but we've definitely talked about those things in the past, and we will be talking about them more in the future. So how do you do Parasite page SEO? Well, you got to find yourself a big site. So let me share the screen. Let me show you what I would recommend to do here for Parasite page SEO. Those guys watching, again, remember we got a 30% discount. Make sure to like, subscribe, and say you love SEO Co-pilot in the chat, and I will give you the discount code for 30% off, which could be a huge amount. And if you have any SEO questions at all, please ask them in the chat there. Okay, so let's go here to the piece of software in question that I want to show you today. This is the best AI software to build SEO, bar none. And it's called SEO Co-pilot. SEO Co-pilot was created by SEO University, Underground SEO University, which is my mastermind testing group. We've taken 10 years of scientifically testing the search results to find the actual ranking factors, and we've encapsulated many of those ranking factors that we discovered into SEO Co-pilot, which is taking my 25 years of SEO consulting experience and those tests that we've done and making you an on-site, on-page tool to quickly find the ranking opportunities, find the searches you should be trying to rank for in the first place, where the traffic is high and they're ready to buy and the competitors are weak, giving a much better difficulty analysis than any other tool out there. For example, many people talk about the many people here, and I've got a page on this. Many people talk about SEMrush and Ahrefs difficulty, and they talk about using those, and they're like, why should we use yours, Josh? Because mine is way, way better. I'm using artificial intelligence at a much higher level to give you a true keyword difficulty rating compared to the other ones, any of these other ones, which are utter and total garbage. They're just based on links, and they don't take any other ranking factors into account. We take over 15 factors into account, 15, 1-5. In a very complex chain of thought ideation, thinking AI that I've built personally. So we do a much better job at those kinds of things. Next, you would want to rebuild some on-page models that Google uses to rank your pages. AIs that Google uses, such as BERT, RankBrain, TWBERT, Vector Embedding, Helpful AI, Query Interpretation, DOM level, or what people in the SEO industry call page type. Page type is a ranking factor, but it doesn't work on the way we think it does. I've rebuilt the models. I have the data here for you. I'll show you it today very quickly. And then finally, you would have the AI take all this information and saving you hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars. It would write a high quality human level EAT, again, that's the Google's acronym, EAT content that is current, up-to-date, factual, and saves you 99% on times and costs. And you can use that AI to build not only your own pages for your site, but what I'll be showing you today is how to use it to build Parasite pages. So you could use, this is ubiquitous, this is multi-purpose, this tool for basically every kind of SEO there is. Rank and rent, digital real estate, consultant SEO, in-house SEO, local SEO, global SEO, Parasite page SEO, PBN building, any kind of times that you need to do SEO, on-page SEO, and you need to worry about what should I be trying to rank for to begin with, because it's the easiest keywords to rank for. And in 2024, you need to take that step. I'll show you why in a second. What are the models I should be building? Like, what are the AI models I should be rebuilding to find the actual ranking keywords for these pages? And then finally, build me the pages. AI, click, go, build the pages, one click, go, boom. And then that's saving you so much time and so much effort. Okay, so let me show you how you would do it for Parasite pages. So first off, what is a Parasite page? Well, a Parasite page could look something like this. I have this Parasite page here that I'm kind of building. I haven't done anything really with it yet. It's only ranking like on page 4 or 5. I've just built it out using SEO Co-pilot. I haven't really done any off-page to it yet. It was a tougher niche, this one, so I don't know if it's going to work very well. But I've built other Parasite pages like this one here for what is a link building specialist. This one here I've built, which is another Parasite page. It recently took a hit as well, which is interesting, but it's done a pretty good job. People have done such a good job. People have stolen my image that I created. You can see it in Google Images. People have stolen it, and it's pretty good. It was doing pretty well, but I kind of let it drop. I wasn't doing any SEO to it. It's still ranking well here in this SERP right here. It's number 1 under the position 0 featured snippet, which I used to have. I used to have the featured snippet. Let me show you here in our wins in SEO University. Here I got the featured snippet. This was just a month ago, 2 months ago, September 5th. And I was able to get this featured snippet by using, again, SEO Co-pilot's analysis features. And I had it for a while, but it's very tough to keep this one ranked. Parasite page SEO can help you in some ways, and it could be, it's another way to get another billboard on the highway, right? You want to rank your own page, then if you could do a Parasite page as well, now you got 2 billboards on that highway that traffic is driving down, so to speak, and you're going to get that many more calls and that much more conversions. So what am I going to try going for today? Well, today I'm going to go for SEO classes. I'm just going to build one for SEO classes. And how did I choose SEO classes? Well, first off here, this is our SEO Co-pilot keyword discovery. Now, SEO Co-pilot keyword discovery is great. You could check any kind of niche, both high-level ideas and even getting closer to specific EMQs you'd want to rank for. And you can see on average how difficult it is and how much money there is behind it. And that's the general idea, is that at a very high-level business level, what you want to do is you want to be building the easiest niches that make the most money, right? You're like, ooh, wow, look, Plumber St. Louis can make a lot of money. Look at that. Fitness, there's a lot of money behind fitness, a lot of money behind coffee if you want to do an affiliate play. This is all kinds of SEO. This is all kinds of business that want to do organic traffic, right? People searching, finding you. And this is also applicable to YouTube and other search engines as well. Even though data comes from Google, it's applicable in broad strokes to pretty much anything that they're searching on, Bing as well included. And I'll give you a general idea as to the SEO competition and how much raw money is behind this kind of a niche. And so in this one, I was thinking of doing SEO, there's SEO audit, SEO analysis, technical SEO. I've been doing a lot of these different ones. And then I went and looked at, which was it? SEO training, I think it was, or SEO course, I can't remember. Here it was, yeah. So I decided to build SEO classes. Now you might be like, Josh, why'd you decide to build that? The answer is easy, because it had the highest final return on investment. I know I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. The people who win at SEO are not the ones who rank number one. Ranking number one is not what you want to do in SEO. Excuse me. What you want to do is you need to rank number one faster than everybody else. And you need to rank number one cheaper than it took everyone else to rank number one. And you need to do it in a way that you can iterate quickly and rinse and repeat to get multiple number one rankings on hundreds of pages. So you have a very powerful site that is more immune to Google changes. And you need to do this in a risk-free way that is making high quality content, the kind of content that Google craves, the EAT content, the content that shows you have experience, you have expertise, you're an authority in the topic, therefore you deserve the trust. And you will continue ranking for years, and it won't just be a 6 month play where you're trying to get as much money as possible and then you need to move to something else. That's not how you win at SEO. How you win at SEO is by ranking number one faster, cheaper, in a way you can iterate upon, and in a risk-free manner. And that's exactly what SEO Co-pilot gives you and does for you. In fact, there is no way to do this in 2024 without using artificial intelligence. And all the other AIs suck. You can't just go to ChatGPT and say, write me an article. It's going to be utter crap, as you know. It'll be highly detectable AI content, and it'll be highly prosaic and highly boring, and it'll be not the kind of high quality content that Google craves. And you need high quality factual content. It won't be factual either. ChatGPT was trained a year ago now, literally October 2023, and it doesn't do a comprehensive search to find you the latest information. It does hallucinate. It does make mistakes. SEO Co-pilot has a much more complex chain of thought ideation that always pulls in factual information and ensures that you're writing the most up-to-date, the most factual, the most useful, the most helpful, and the content that's showing the most experience, expertise, authority, and therefore it's trustworthy, and Google ranks it. And I could show you other wins that we have here of doing that, like this one here. I built this one up. This was old. I could show you a later one. These people are all building stuff up in SEO Co-pilot. This is an old one. I've doubled this by now. But you see, this was all SEO Co-pilot content getting built up, right? Again, using SEO University tactics and methodologies, but this was all just SEO Co-pilot, quite frankly, on page. Okay, so you might be like, Josh, why don't you go for tough niche or SEO course or SEO certificate? Well, because this makes more money, it has more searches, but it's not as tough. This is easier than the rest of the internet. For some reason, people have just overlooked this, or people who are ranking like crazy for this have gotten punted out of Google. And so people have not optimized for SEO classes. And so there's an opportunity for me to optimize for SEO classes. Okay, so then you also view the SERP and you're like, okay, also they include results for SEO courses, which is interesting. That's fine. I can still get the rankings for SEO classes here as well. Now notice this. LinkedIn is also a major site here. Now it's one of LinkedIn's own articles. That gives me an opportunity here to possibly replace this LinkedIn listing with my Parasite page. So if you see something from Forbes here, if you see something from LinkedIn, if you see something from Facebook, if you see something here that you know you can also make a page on that site and get a listing, well then Indeed, maybe you could have your own Indeed page, possibly. I can't remember if you can make pages there. And remember, a lot of these you can buy pages on as well, some of these. It might be expensive, but it might be worth it. You can get a ranking here of a Parasite page. And you can also try to rank your own site and page here as well, quite possibly. Now this one is, it's easy in comparison to these relative sites. It's still not going to be super easy to rank for. It's only because people have overlooked this particular keyword that I have really a hope in hell of doing it without having to spend a lot of money on, oops, sorry, I didn't show the screen. Haha, that's what happens when nobody's here. See, so I have link building specialist. Here we have the keyword we want to go for. And sorry, I bet you I didn't show you this either for SEO classes. So let me show the screen. I'm going for SEO classes because here in SEO Co-pilot, it has the highest ROI. It has the highest ROI. It's easier to go for. It has the high searches, but it's easier to go for because here nobody clicked it. Nobody decided to optimize for it. And so it's going to be much easier from an SEO perspective to rank for this than say SEO course. And SEO classes is a backdoor, so to speak, to get, as it says here, it's showing SEO courses. SEO classes is a backdoor to get onto SEO courses. And I can do it in the Parasite strategy because I see there is a page I can put a Parasite page on that's already here. Okay. So now that I'm sharing the screen, people can see what I'm doing. Okay, so again, guys, if you have any questions, by all means, ask them there. I'll try to answer. Okay, so, and then actually I'll also reload this so that it reloads the, Ashmal says, SEO Co-pilot is the best. Woohoo, Ashmal. Thank you very much. You, sir, get a 30% discount. I will send you at the end of the show. All right. Good job, my friend. Good job. Okay, so that's what I'll do is I will build a report on this. All I do is click this and say find boosting keywords. I've already built a report on it. You can see the report is here. If I click SEO classes, you see it ran the report. Now, do you need to worry about any of this report information here? Let me go back to reports for a second. This is showing you a lot of the data. If you've run an article, shows you some of the data here. These are all the reports that you've run. You can search them. You can increase them. You can categorize them, and you can categorize them in a particular project, for a particular client or for whomever it is. Now, back in the day in SEO, we had to worry a lot about, okay, well, what are the actual boosting on-page keywords? Is it LSI? Is it vector? Is it keyword density? Is it just stuffing an EMQ here, stuffing an EMQ there? My AI does all the work for you now on all of that. If you check the report out, it's rebuilt for you your own model of RankBrain, which is a major Google ranking on-page factor, of BERT, which is, I just call it BERT. They used to call it BERT. They're probably, between you and me, they're probably not using BERT anymore. It's an older AI, but it is a transformer. BERT stands for bidirectional encoding representations from transformer. That's a language model. That's an LLM, right? And they're probably using a newer one, arguably. It's like Palm 2, which is, I can't remember what PA stands for, but language model. It's probably the one they're using for Vertex and Gemini and the search results that people see in various countries. But it's the same deal. This is still a transformer I've remodeled here for you, giving you the idea of the entities, the ideas, the concepts that are important. And here's the most important ones that I do based on what the SEO world calls query intent, but what Google in their documentation calls query interpretation. And I've rebuilt query interpretation models, And I know when users type in SEO classes, what they really want is this: SEO courses and certifications available online, and the best SEO courses, costs, and self-learning options. And so Google literally does this translation, right? When people type in SEO classes, behind the scenes, they literally type in this for you, and this is what they search for you. So your content, if you're not using SEO Co-pilot, you won't even know the right query interpretation you need to be building on. So that's another huge feather in our cap of information that we have that nobody else that I know of has, or even knows is important. Next is you can check all the competitor metrics here that could be important. But again, do we really come in here and check this out? Not really. We don't really look at this because my AI is doing all this work for you. That's what I mean by we're now in an AI age, where the AI is doing all the work for you. Are you annoyed and tired and a little bit worried about having to worry about all your on-page keywords and what they are and spending 20 hours looking at your competitors? You don't need to do that anymore. My AI does all that work for you. That's why we built it, because in SEO, underground SEO University, it was taking us upwards of anywhere of 20 hours to do a single page. That's how long it took for us to do SEO at the highest level. We are SEOs at the highest level. Our group makes well over $1 million a month doing a year doing SEO, hundreds of thousands per month doing SEO combined. We have probably up to 75 years experience in SEO altogether. If you add everybody all together, much more than that, probably over 100 years of experience when you add all of their experience together. I have 25 years alone. I have 2 or 3 other students who have 20 years experience. Just between us there, that's getting up to over 100 years experience. And to do it at our level and rank at the highest level, some people might not realize this when you're working on lower level SEO, which is nothing wrong with that. But you might not realize it was taking us 20 hours per page to rank for really tough keywords. And we're like, this is just not feasible, right? Google has finally made SEO so hard that to rank at the highest level is just not possible. So we found out we had to build SEO Co-pilot, and so we did. And it uses all that information and more to save you all that time and money of you not having to worry about the ranking factors. So we show you the information here, but you ever need to check it out? Not really. The next one is competitor HTML widgets. This is what I'm calling the document object model vector embeddings. So we use a special artificial intelligence called vector embedding, and we do that on the document object model. The document object model is the object model that is built from the HTML. Not only the elements that are used, the tags that are used, but the nesting of the tags that are used, and the properties of the objects, that is to say, the attributes and their values that are used. This is a bad rendering of what it is, but that is generally what it would look like when you have this kind of information when it's done. That's what you need to have to build this kind of stuff. And finally, we put that all up in results for you. We score up all the entities, both the complex ideas and the simple word ideas, which are both used in Google ranking. We build this all up and give you a total score, also using a white paper that Google put out called term weighting. We rebuild a model for you for that as well. These scores highly, highly correlate with rankings. And if you use our reports, you are going to have a much better chance of ranking in Google. In fact, you're going to have all the chance in ranking with Google. Okay, now what's the next step? The next step is we go into Article Builder here, and we build an article. Now, I've already generated an article, and as you can see, the AI CP, our co-pilot system, is already analyzing it and taking a look to see everything that it has. So we already have the article built here, which is great. And CP here, our co-pilot, is already telling you, okay, this is all the stuff you need to do. I've reviewed the background information from your file regarding SEO. Here's the relevant stuff. Here's where your scores are. The scores are also told to you here. There's 4 main scores that we have for SEO. One is the Google Semantic Score, which is the score telling us whether or not you're saying the right semantic words, whether your content is relevant. That's what we got from the reports there with the rank brain model, the BERT model, the helpful model, the review model, the DOM, some of the DOM models and whatnot. That has all been embedded in here and wrapped up into this score, which highly, highly correlates with rankings. I have tens of thousands of records to go off of now for tens of thousands of rankings. And this is, there's a mathematical threshold that science uses for data correlative analysis. In my graduate studies, in my MA and PhD, I studied this in detail, doing statistical data correlative analyses. And there is a standard mathematical formula that science uses to know that their statistical study is scientifically valid. And I've done the math on this, and we are well beyond the threshold for scientific validity. So this statistic here, when I tell you you need to go up in between this range, you can take that to the bank. This is only 1 or 2% off, right? This is only 1 or 2 spots off at maximum, utter maximum. So this means we need to add a little bit more. We need to add a little bit more in terms of semantic keywords. These, again, these entities that I showed you in reports, but here they are reprinted. These entities in terms of what is important for the page. You also notice for Google's on-page rankings. You also notice that we're missing a couple entities here. That is also shown to you here in the missing spread entities. So I need to say search optimization classes. All right, great. Mastering digital marketing, top courses and certifications in, what was it? Search optimization classes. There we go. Search optimization classes. Okay, that's done. Rerun this. Great. Look at this. Okay, optimization. Did I misspell it? Oh, I spelled it optimization. There we go. Yeah, I misspelled it. Perfect. Okay, that's done. This will also bring that score up maybe a little. No, it was too little to change. Another way to bring this score up, I can show you in a couple seconds. So let me keep going through all the SEO factors of the scores out here though. So the next one here is the average predictability length. The average predictability length is is a measure, is an artificial intelligence, a complex, very robust artificial intelligence analysis of how prosaic your content is. Now I choose that word very carefully. How boring, how business boilerplate, how prosaic your content is. Google, that is partly because it is AI generated in some cases, but not necessarily. I've found human generated content that scored higher than this, quite frankly. But it also is because it's low quality content. Google wants high quality, helpful content, like we have generated here with our heat score. Our heat score is using the actual training of Google's AI questions here that they've published, these questions they've published publicly. You know, does your content provide insightful analysis? I've got this directly from Google. I'll show you here. These are the questions that they ask. Is this what you have? And there's more questions. I have like total of like 60 questions. This is what Google is saying you need to use to self-assess your content. We've built a model for you. The AI is doing it for you and giving you a score out of 1 to 10. And this is consistently tracked over tens of thousands of records. So now I've got good data to show of what we need for semantics, what we need for in terms of AI generated content, and how business boilerplate boring it is, how helpful it is, how much it's showing expertise, experience, authority, and trustworthiness. And finally, the spam score. In this case, our spam score is 0%. We're not spammy at all, which is good because the average top 5 are a little spammy at 31%. There's also a spam score for all of the other important SEO factors as well, such as the URL, we got 0. The title, we have a spam score 0. This was all generated by my AI as well. The meta description, which has different boosting keywords than this one. There's different AI models we build for this because that's the way Google does it. Is 0 as well. Let's run our spam score here on the H1. It might complain a bit. It's the most strict one because Google really hates it when you stuff keywords in the H1. Yeah, so it complained a bit. You notice the highest score got changed there. When I mouse over, it's going to tell me, it says it doesn't repeat the EMQ SEO classes directly, but instead uses search optimization classes, which is a close variation. While it hints at an offering related to SEO, it does not clearly serve the specific query intent regarding SEO classes. The phrase top courses and certifications adds value but feels a bit broad. That's fine. I'm going to ignore this. I'm a human being, and you should look at the score, but I like this H1 that I made. I want top courses and certifications because that's what this wants. The H1 and the query interpretation are at odds, so to speak. I'm going to leave that alone. It's fine. And the body is 0. That's fine as well. So, and then I can come down here. I can check to see how many times my competitors say it. They don't say it at all. I know that. Okay. I say it once in the title tag. That's great. That's what I want. I don't say it here in the URL though. I'm going to say it here in the URL, SEO classes. And I'm going to spam score that. You should see this will be fine as well. Great. So I have it in the title. I have it in the URL. Refresh. Now optimization is gone. Great. I'm using all the spread keywords. I'm using the usage well in terms of partial match and exact match. That's good. Now the only thing left to do for this particular article is I need to bring this up and this down if at all possible. Our high quality writer version 2.1 is still in beta. As an AI, it is doing like 20 things at once. And so it does a really good job at doing like 20 things at once. But sometimes you have to just give it the final human finishing touch. So I can very easily change this in a number of ways, fix these red scores in a number of ways. I am underneath and I don't want to be under. This is going to lose me 2 or 3 spots, statistically speaking. And being 0.4 over is going to lose me 1 or 2 spots, statistically speaking. So this is not optimal. And that's what SEO stands for. Search engine optimization. We want to be optimal. Everything we do, we want it to be the optimal thing. And it's going to be pretty hard to rank for this. So, well, no, it's easier in terms of the difficulty. But because LinkedIn, I'm trying to beat a real LinkedIn page and not a personal LinkedIn page, I don't know if that's going to work, to be perfectly honest. But I wanted to use it as an example because it was the next one on my list I was doing, and I wanted to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Maybe not the best example, like a slam dunk, but that's fine. You get the idea of how you would make a Parasite page, and I'll show you how I would put this in LinkedIn in a second, which is quite easy to do. You just copy and paste it. It's nothing easier. But I really want to make sure I have this squeaky clean because I'm trying to punt out an actual LinkedIn page with my personal page. This page is going to have to be the most helpful, useful, holy crap, this is the greatest page Google's ever seen on this topic. So I really have to blow it out the door. I want to get my heat score up as well. My heat score, which measures the helpfulness, is not high enough. I want this in the 80s at least, even though it's green and that's good enough, so to speak. I really need, as a human, I need to analyze, a little bit beyond the cracks here and go, okay, I really need to punt this up. So what I'm going to do is I have more words to spare. The average is 1,200. I'm only at 874. So I'm really going to punt this up here. I'm really going to add in more content that I think is going to be useful. So this is what we're going to do here. I'm going to add in, let's see, we already have a course name from various places. We already have how to choose the right course, in-depth course analysis, key features, provider overview. We have it kind of twice, but that's fine. So what I'm going to do here is, I notice we don't have a pros and cons. So what I'm going to come and do here is I'm going to show you how to use CP to formulate this content. So I'm going to go here into content, and I'm going to go to helpful content, and I'm going to say boom, 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 write me all this. This again is directly from Google saying this is what you need to do. You need to demonstrate firsthand experience and a depth of knowledge and do all these things. I'm going to take all of this, Control C, close. I'm going to go down here to CP and say, hi, CP, I need to demonstrate more experience in my writing. Right? Take this content, take this raw expert content and work it into sections I can copy and paste at the bottom. Third-party expert perspective. Boom. And I put that all in there. Boom. And CP says, okay, I'll work on that. It'll formulate that for me, and all I have to do is just copy and paste it in. So we'll wait a couple seconds, bingo bango. Let's see if there's any questions. You guys have any questions? Let me know. If there's any questions in the chat, by all means, please ask them on the right-hand side. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. Any questions on SEO at all, let me know. Okay, so now it says expert insights on SEO. Great. Put all this in here. Okay, here we go. Boom. I take this, I put this here, boom. Okay. Now, is this maximally helpful for this topic? I'm going to click here. I'm going to grab this topic, close this. If not, reformulate from the raw expert data above. Just to make sure I'm staying on the same topic, I can get rid of this. Make sure CP knows what the topic is supposed to be. Here we go. That's more what I wanted. Okay. Okay. Looks good. Please formulate the pros and cons and as much of the data as possible in a table. Actually, in tables. Their own sections. It looks like it gave me a pros and cons, which I was going to ask for anyway, so that's good. Now, CP is using all of the data that's been provided, which is a lot more data than you're going to get anywhere else. Okay, so it broke that down. We kind of already have it. This is funny. I've never had this much trouble with CP before. This is kind of interesting. I've never had that much trouble. It could already be that we've already talked about this information here. Now I've got to actually read this. Yeah, that's actually what it did the first time. Understanding importance of backlinks, blah, 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 blah. So actually that content was the best content it was going to provide for that. So I'll just hit Control Z and put it back. Great. Now, they didn't do pros and cons. So what I'll do is I'll come here and close this and go to Product Review AI. This is also for the Review AI. This is for all content. This is not just for product reviews or review pages. This is the kind of expert content that Google wants to see on every page. Okay, so I'm going to say, provide me some pros and cons. And I really like the key decision-making factors, which they kind of already have done. I'm going to say cover comparable products and show what it's like physically, right? Even though you're like, there's nothing to do physically, it's a course. It might come up with some interesting information, which is highly useful. If you find that CP is kind of producing the same kind of information, then now you're hitting the limits of what the AI has in its corpora, and corpora is plural for corpuses. Moz Academy, all these ones, pros and cons. Yeah, this is the good information. Okay, so I'm going to start down here. This is gold. Instructor expertise, how you're helping people make a decision, right? And I'll take these pros and cons. Here, take this, Control C, make sure you got it, close. Go back to here. Okay, please format this content as well. Put the pros and cons in a table. Use block quotes. Use divs as cutouts to highlight info. Important info as well. That will make it a little bit more visually engaging. So that's good. Okay, boom. Here we go. Up-to-date information, expert expertise, good. That's exactly what we want. Got pros and cons. Pros and cons of SEO classes, boom. Take all that, boom, put it here, boom. Make sure not to paste that in there, boom, perfect. Okay, now we have a good article. It's going to help people make decisions of what content they should, what course they should take, right? Now we have the pros and cons here as well, listed in a table. Pros and cons of SEO classes, great. Fantastic. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to save it. I'm going to move over this thing. Now we're going to come here to report again. We're going to run this. Great. Now we are way over the semantic score. Now we need to bring it down, but that's fine. I want to go a bit over and then trim it down is what you want to do. Hopefully this will be a little higher. That's around the same. It's like, oh, this is pretty remedial. Okay, I'm going to Control A, Control C. I'm going to put this in here. CP, look at this article. Boom. What helpful content is it missing? What will really help people choose the right SEO classes that we have not said yet? Again, I want this article I'm doing. You normally don't have to go to this extent. I have a green heat score. It will statistically rank fine. But I really want to knock this out of the park, if at all possible. Comparison of course formats, sample curriculum, and module breakdowns. Great. Okay. Frequently asked questions. Okay. So I'm going to say great. These are all great ideas. Okay, great ideas. Give me a bottom line content on all of this. Great. Now it's going to give me bottom line content in all of this that I can copy and paste in here. Make sure I save it again. Good. So it gave me that information, a little bit of content. Good, good, good. It's got all this stuff. Comparison on course formats. We'll put that here. Boom. All right. Now I've got a lot of good information here for the user, right? When I'm getting into the weeds, I should really check to make sure that this is oh, okay. Hold on. No, look at this content. Write that content from a third-party expert perspective. Fill in the details. From a third-party perspective. Talk to the person choosing a class in the third-party rewrite what you just gave me. Okay, so that was it telling me, hey, this is what you should do. Yeah, I know. That's what I asked you to do. But CP can fix it, and it'll take 3 seconds. It would take your human writer a day to fix it. It'll take CP 3 seconds to fix it. And like I said, I've never had this much trouble with CP. Always and only when you're doing a demo is when you start to have trouble with things. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we got that. We got that. What are we doing here? No, it's confused. It's confused. Okay, so here's what you do when it's confused. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this. I'm going to save this. And now I'm going to reload it. Reload CP. So he's not so confused as to what's going on. It's like, who am I talking to? What do you want me to do? What? Oh, I've said SEO classes here. That now it's highlighted pros and cons of search optimization classes. Taking classes. SEO courses. SEO learning, how about that? Provides. Okay. Boom. write this end content in the third person for the reader of this article to choose the right SEO certification or certification education. The right SEO education. There we go. Good, good, good. SEO education. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Don't tell me what to do. You make this content. Boy, I've really confused it. Again, I've never had this much trouble with CP before. Why? Why does it always do this when I'm doing a demo? The gods, they hate me. And Josh loses it. I've officially lost it. Okay. Great. We got course name, instructor expertise. We got these. Okay, so it's kind of redone the whole article. Do we have a Y invest in? Yeah, we do. But we don't have this information. Okay, boom, we'll take this. Oh no, yeah, we have that information kind of here. Okay, so then we'll take this. We just want to pick about how to choose the right course. How, do we have a how? Yeah, we have a how to choose the right course. Do we already have this information here? Yeah, we kind of do already. Yeah, so actually I've kind of run up to the limit of the stuff it knows. It's like, I've already written about this. So actually that's the problem. I didn't realize, because I'm demoing, I'm not reading, I'm talking at the same time. Half the blood in my brain is into the mouth talking. I'm not reading and paying attention. I could have saved 10 minutes and realized that it's really run up against everything that it needs. It's really already said everything that it can possibly say. Okay, if that's the case, it's already really said everything it could possibly say. And now it has pros and cons, which was the only thing it was missing. Great. Okay, so now what do we do? Now, you recall, I increased the content here, and now this number was going to change as well. Now what I want to do is from the bottom to the top, I want to use the down score button to make it, oh, yeah, I'd even brought this down a bit. This is probably a little high, but here's a pro tip. Here's a couple things I can do. Sometimes it's not bad to go a little high. I could probably publish this content as it is. And we use a carpet bombing approach usually in SEO. That's another reason, however, I'm doing this, because Parasite page is surgical, right? When you're doing a Parasite page, it's surgical. You want to make sure it's perfect. You want to make sure it's the most helpful thing. That's how you most assuredly snag that Parasite page. However, when we're building with AI, we do a carpet bombing approach. It's not a spray and pray approach because there's no prayer involved, right? It's in between surgical and spray and pray is carpet bombing, targeted, selected carpet bombing. Like if you've watched Masters of the Air, the Masters in the Air, or Masters of the Air, it tells a story of the bombers, the World War II bombers, the Americans and the Brits, and how they do it different ways. How the Americans would do targeted carpet bombing, even though it would produce, and Canadians as well, the Allies, the U.S., Canada, although it would produce more deaths for them, sadly, they were much more targeted in their munitions drops. That's what we're doing here with SEO Co-pilot. It is not spray and pray, because prayer implies blind faith. We don't have blind faith. We have reasoned faith, to use the Augustinian term, St. Augustine for the Catholics. We have reasoned faith. We know statistically, based on years of data now and tens of thousands of records, that you're going to index at 60 to 70%. You're going to rank at at least 30%, page one, 10 to 20%, something like that. So it's just a numbers game at that point. We build 100 pages per month, 60 to 70 of them are going to index for sure, if not more. But that's the other approaches I've talked about in other times. And I will continue talking about in the future, no doubt, because it is the way to do SEO now with AI. But Parasite Page is totally different. Take that slider and move it all the way over to surgical. And you got to pay a lot more attention and be a lot more worried about what's going on here and the details and whatnot. So that's why I wanted to kind of show you what I was doing. Okay, so how would I get these in the green? Well, first off, I need to check here back in. First off, I want to save it. Now I need to go here and check here in competitors and in Google semantic scoring. And I want to see, okay, yeah, look at this messing with my numbers here. You see, there's this one messing with my numbers. There's this one messing with my numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this table and I'm going to go here back to CP. And I'm going to say, okay, this table, CP. CP is getting this SEO CP system message. It tells you when everything is broken and what you should be fixing. And this glows so that you know it's doing it. Also, we tell you this in messages when you got something that is out of spec and you're not going to rank very well, because we're trying to get you to rank well. And also, if you have a significant SEO improvement detected, we can show you that. Here, let's see what happened here. Photo booth rental. Photo booth rental. What happened here? Oh, AI photo booth rental. I don't see it. Oh yeah, okay. 360 photo booth rental. Oh, this one just had a big drop. So it's this is what you want. This is this one. I can't tell which one is the boost. This one says it's up 28 points. Where did it go? Oh, it's ranking again. It wasn't anywhere, and now it's ranking again. That's good. Yeah, not as impressive as I was hoping it would be. Oh, here's a boost. Okay, fine. Boom. There we go. Okay. Anyway, boom, boom, boom. I'll go back here, and I can also ask CP to do kind of basic math for me like this. So what I did is I went into the competitors. I checked to see if this number is going to be off in any way. I can get CP to do this math for me. Please remove the under 10% outliers on this table and give me a new average replacing 36%. Boom. It'll remove this one, it'll remove this one, it'll remove this one. They're not ranking there because of their on page. Yeah, the actual Google semantic score is around 46% actually. So this 49% is perfectly fine. This is in line with everything. This is only 0.13 off where it needs to be. And like I said, I'm ignoring the H1 because I like the way I've written it. This is good. I can go with this. I can publish this now. Again, for carpet bombing, I would have published this 20 minutes ago. For Parasite Page SEO, I spent the extra 20 minutes working on this page, which is better than the 5 hours it would have taken, or the 25 hours it would have taken 2 years ago to do a Parasite page like this, to really build it up. I can go with this now. Now what I want to do is stuff that's outside of SEO Co-pilot. I would want to add images. I would want to add any other big boosting ranking factors that you know about for on-page stuff. If you don't know what those are, by all means, join Underground SEO University and we'll teach it to you. There's a slew. There's 20 other ranking factors that page is not taking advantage of right now for on-page alone. Never mind on-site, never mind site-wide, never mind off-page ranking factors too. And I might have to do a lot of those things to be able to beat LinkedIn's own page, but it's in the realm of possibility. Okay, so let me check to see if there's any questions here from anybody else. If they have any questions, great, no other questions. So as promised, I said I'd give you guys a discount coupon. So here it is, I'm putting it in the chat. Here it is, Ajmal, thank you very much, my friend. Boom, that 3% discount is in the chat. Go ahead, check the chat out, get that 30% off, go to SEO Co-pilot pricing, and you too can get a huge discount I would really recommend doing it. Building as many pages as possible is the way you win at SEO moving forward. And I want to see you win. I want this to be a symbiosis. I'm not a parasite. I'm not just going to bleed you dry and then disappear. I didn't spend hundreds of hours working on this, thousands of hours working on this probably, and hundreds of thousands of dollars building it. Just to be like, bye. I could have sold much better snake oil if I wanted to do that. I want a symbiosis between us, and I want I want you to rank. And I want to rank with this too. All my students in undergraduate university want to rank with this. We all want to rank. We all want to be back in the golden age of SEO. And this is a golden age of SEO using AI because it is so much easier to do the work, so much faster, and it's a breath of fresh air. All right, guys. Well, thanks very much for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Email me with proof you liked and subscribed, and I'll send you the 30% discount. If you have any other SEO questions about anything at all, SEO Co-pilot, how it works, more about that. Underground SEO University, what ranking factors, what secret ranking factors we know. We know a lot, more than everybody else. I guarantee to you it's not your mom's SEO course. It is not like anyone else's SEO courses. You will not hear us talking about Google stacks and private blog networks. We don't talk about those things. We talk about things that actually work and are repeatable and risk averse. Risk-free. Those things are not risk-free. They sometimes work. They're not risk-free. We have ways that are risk-free that are future-proof for your business. Email me at joshbachynski@jimbo.com. That's Josh, B as in Bob, ACH, Y as in YouTube, N as in Nancy, SKI@gmail.com. Tell me how you like my new haircut. Tell me if you like the bass guitar or my acoustic guitar. Tell me whatever you like. But email me and we'll talk. Otherwise, guys, I hope you guys are having a great